Hello YouTubers, it is me, Christa, your Sunday wrap-up girl. I hope everyone had a fantastic week. We've had an incredibly busy week in our family. Our daughter turned 7 yesterday, so there have been birthday parties and sleepovers and shopping and this and that and this and that and this and that. Today we went shopping for gerbils. It is her birthday present. She had to do a bunch of studying last week and pass a test on proper gerbil management and care. She passed with flying colors. This kid is ready. So she went out and got 2 gerbils this afternoon. One is named George and the other is named Michael. So we now have George and Michael and Wham going through our heads. But that is not the topic for this week. This week's topic, is how we met our partners and if our identity has changed by being in a relationship with them. So I met Elliot. I met Elliot online. There you go. It's out there. It's out there, folks. We met on Facebook. Elliot was at that time closeted in a very small town in Wisconsin where there were a few gay people, but not so many transgender people. In fact, there were none that he knew of. So he was looking online for support, as so many of us do for so many different reasons. He was looking for support and wanted to find something that he could remain anonymous. And by doing that, remained anonymous by being as far away from Wisconsin as you could imagine. Also a closed group. And yeah, basically that was it. So because I'd already been involved in the LGBTQ community as an ally, especially in the trans community, I was already part of a group here in my hometown. And I volunteered with this group. I attended lots of functions. I did fundraising. I still do all of these things with the group. But we have a closed online group for everyone as well. And Elliot came onto that group and we became friends talking about books of all things. The Hunger Games, when the Hunger Games series actually just had come out. He was looking for a book to read. I had just finished reading it on my vacation. You know, you just want those really easy, fun reads. That's what I had read. And I said, you want something totally mindless and fun? Read The Hunger Games. It was fantastic. So from that started a really good friendship. And we were friends for a long time before that. Or before we got together. We were friends for a really long time. He was really fortunate. He found a ton of support in the group and friends and came to visit Canada, and he already knew a bunch of people from the Facebook group, which was really fantastic. So yeah, we met online. So like I said, we were friends for a really long time. We hung out because we're long distance. We still are long distance. He was in Wisconsin. I'm in London, Ontario. We sent a lot of voice messages and Skypes and texting. I can't even imagine how many texts we've sent between us in the past 3 years. Like, I don't know if you can count that high. I'm sure you can. Everyone is sneaking around, by the way, on the other side of this video that's happening. So eventually our friendship turned into love, which, you know, it's pretty awesome. And he kissed me one day and that was it. There was no going back. Best kiss I've ever had. So that was 3 years ago-ish, I guess. We've been friends for about 5, I think. And yeah, he kissed me. So we dated for a couple of years, and last year we got married on March 22nd. A place that our trans group meets is in a local coffee shop that is very LGBTQ friendly. It's run by a trans man and we meet there once a month. So it's played a really important part in Elliot's and my relationship. We spend a lot of time there, not just with the group, but we spend a lot of time there as a couple. We would go for soup and coffee, all the time coffee, together, and it was always just really nice. So last year we got married there. We had an evening ceremony by candlelight, and all of our closest friends and family were there with us. It was incredible and beautiful, and I loved it. And yeah, we've been married for almost 2 years there. We're newlyweds, technically, I think, for the first year, so we got a few more weeks. So I guess my identity, I've always identified as queer or pansexual, mostly queer. That's kind of how I describe myself, as queer. I'm not very feminine on most days. Once in a blue moon, maybe, but I'm very much typical kind of tomboy. I don't really wear makeup, maybe once in a while. I like hoodies and blue jeans. I wear this hat a lot. I wore it last week, I apologize. I'm wearing it again this week. I really need a haircut. There's nothing like a fresh shave. Yeah. So my identity, I don't feel it's really changed a whole lot. I still identify as queer. We are in a heterosexual relationship. Obviously, he likes girls and I'm a girl. I don't think he would ever ask me to change my identity and identify as straight, because I don't think that you can ask someone to do that, and I don't think he would ever even dream of it. Before Elliot, I was with both men and women, not at the same time. I've always been monogamous. Not that I have anything against it, polyamory or anything like that. It's just not my cup of tea. So I've had relationships with both men and women. My relationship previous to Elliot was with a guy. It was a long-term relationship that produced my beautiful daughter, our beautiful daughter. So I guess in that respect, for a long time I identified more on the straight scale because I was in a heterosexual relationship acting straight. My partner at the time didn't really understand or get the whole I'm queer thing, unlike Elliot, who clearly gets it. So yeah, so I identify as queer. Pan, Christa works. That's how I really identify. So anyway, I guess that is my Sunday weekly wrap up. By the end of all of this, I'm going to be able to say Sunday weekly wrap up with no issues. So I hope everyone has a fantastic week. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like us. Don't forget to ask any questions. We will do our very best to give you answers. If you have any queries or rude, snide remarks, maybe don't write the rude, snide remarks, but please feel free to inquire away. Any of us, we're all great. And subscribe and have a fantastic week. See you next Sunday. Bye.